So today I want to talk to you guys about Chapter 2 Season 1, since it is indeed ending in about 2 weeks time. I want to rewind over the season overall, talk about what really went wrong, and overall how the season just kind of turned out and what you guys all thought about it. So yeah, this season is apparently going to be ending in about 2 weeks time. I believe Leak has said on February 6th or 5th, around that time. As I say, we've kind of got to wait for Fortnite to officially announce that, but there's not long left, and to be fair, I cannot wait for the new season. So this season begun October 15th, making this season without a doubt the longest season we've ever had in Fortnite. Pretty much a 4-month long season, which was crazy, and it wouldn't have been that if Fortnite of course didn't extend it when they announced that season extension. And I remember back then everybody was excited. We were thinking, oh my god, this is going to give us loads of new content, you know, we're going to get an event, we're going to get loads of new cool things coming to Fortnite. But I think our hopes were a little bit too high. We were thinking extra battle pass extensions and stuff like that, and to be fair, there was actually a leaked file that kind of gave us an idea of an annual battle pass, which kind of, I guess, gave us some extra content in that sense, and we could buy the full battle pass for the whole of 2020. But either way, that idea didn't actually arrive to Fortnite, which was a shame. So let's talk about what really went wrong with this season. Well, first of all, it was too long. 4 months, and I believe everybody can kind of agree on this, is way too long. We didn't receive any drastic changes. 4 months is too long for any Fortnite season. We're normally used to at max maybe 2.5 months, to be fair, but 4 months was a little bit too long, and that extension possibly was Fortnite's worst mistake this time around. The thing is, for 2 years now, the whole player base has been so used to, you know, Fortnite pushing out weekly updates, giving us huge changes, map changes, you know, POIs being added, removed, etc. And this season just hasn't turned out that way. And I think we're so used to knowing that we're not being ungrateful. We're just, it's like taking away something you're so used to, like food and stuff, and then something changes and you just struggle now with food, for example. I don't know how to exactly explain it, but you kind of know what I mean. We're just not used to it overall. We got barely any updates. I believe the next update is going to be 11.5, and that means, well, at the time of this recording, we've had about 4 proper updates. It's been a bit rough, seriously. We got the Fortnite Maze update, we had Winterfest and stuff like that, but we had to wait a full month to receive our latest update that just dropped a few, last week. And it wasn't anything crazy. You know, we got the brand new heavy AR, we got, you know, tons of new cosmetic leaks, which is cool. But that was it in terms of content, you know. And it is a shame because we waited that long just for something cool like side grading. I'm not hating on the feature, I like it, I love the new heavy AR, but it was a little bit underwhelming. I believe everyone can kind of agree on that. But yeah, this season Fortnite kind of stopped a lot of their communication. They reduced it a lot, they reduced the rate they were pushing out these updates, and as I say, we're just not used to it, and that's kind of the big thing. This season we've had literally 0 changes to POIs. You know, normally in a typical season we can expect a new POI, or at least something cool to change in certain areas, but nothing really. Briefly though, in remember when Fortnite Maze dropped, we did actually get the Center Island to the Storm King Island. You guys remember that? But literally that was for a few weeks. That was for a couple of weeks. And since then, we've had nothing, you know? And I think that was the main thing. If Fortnite, for example, changed, I don't know, maybe that brand new area, Frenzy Farm, for example, halfway through the season or at any time, it would have just brought a lot of new attention to there and give us all fresh encounters, you know? But as I say, nothing crazy like that, which was a shame. And since the new season begins in 2 weeks, I don't even know if we're going to get a proper update till that season. Seriously, we might get a content update next week. Now, I asked my Twitter what they thought about it, what they disliked about this season, and they say the same kind of things. Lack of content, the lack of updates, the lack of communication as well. That was a big thing that Fortnite have, to be fair, kind of recovered from. They stopped patch notes for a brief while. They weren't tweeting anything out. They were waiting till like a few hours before the update was released and downtime begun to announce it. And for example, for me, for a few of these updates, I was fast asleep, and then I wake up and an update's dropped with tons of new leaks and I couldn't even have time to cover it. It was upsetting. Some people were saying boring loot, but personally, I don't mind the whole new looting system, how we're getting, you know, typically as soon as you land off, you grab a few uncommon weapons, and you're lucky to get a gold Scarl. I like it. It reduces RNG. You know, we've also now got that feature with 100% spawn rate of chests, which I like. I'm happy Fortnite did that. The length of it, people were saying without a doubt the biggest issue. That season was too long, and I hope Fortnite kind of have realized that for next season, you know. No movement as well. Personally, I wasn't too fussed on this, but I can imagine, you know, for pro players, or at least for people who really play this game competitively, it was an issue, and I could see it in a lot of people's streams and things that, you know, even we didn't get any vehicles. We had boats, and we had to, like, it was just so scuffed with the boats, man. You know, no launch pads, no bouncers or anything like that. Personally, I feel like they wanted this season to feel like the original season 1. You know, obviously back then the game was just starting out, really. It didn't have much features, it didn't really have any skins, simple mechanics, etc. But I feel like, you know, considering they gave us amazing updates and just everything we could ask for 2 years, and then with this season they just changed it all up again, that's why we weren't used to it and people were just not happy with it. You know, we were getting boardies who were like, where is the content we've been used to? But that's why, and I feel like that might have been a bad decision for Fortnite. I can see if that is the case why they did it. It would have been a cool idea, but it just didn't turn out to be perfect like that to bring us all back to that original season 1 feeling. But we also had no live events this season, and every season we've been used to seeing a cool final live event giving us, I don't even know, just something amazing, you know, like obviously the monster vs robot, the end event. We've had so many amazing events, but this season, considering it ends in, well, 2 weeks, and we've had 0 file updates, nothing in the files teasing a live event, it doesn't look like we're getting a live event, and I find that really weird. You know, that hype and the excitement is normally building by now. You know, people are starting to look into it more. It's bringing a cool amount of views to YouTube and things like that, but nothing's happened this season, and sadly it seems like we're not going to get a live event for you guys. But although we've talked a lot about Fortnite's problems with this season, I'm not saying this season was terrible. You know, the battle pass is amazing in my opinion. We've had some cool overtime styles recently these past few weeks, and we're going to get another one next week, so that's going to be fun. We also saw a new map this season, which we literally begged for over a year, guys. We need to remember that they finally gave us a new map, and we dreamed about it for years. We got some amazing collabs and events, like the Star Wars one, we got Fortnitemares, Winterfest, the snow map. It was amazing. We've had some amazing things this season. And overall, the problem with this season is that Fortnite tried something new. They extended it a lot, they reduced the rates, they pushed out updates, the communication, the lack of patch notes, just to see how things went. Maybe they were trying to bring back the original season 1 feeling of, you know, season 1 chapter 1, but it just didn't turn out to be the case. People weren't happy with it. We aren't used to that. It wasn't overall a good decision, I think. We see a lot of players playing other games now, feeling bored, feeling like they're just repeating themselves, you know, hopping into a solo. It's just, I don't know, it's just not the same this season. I can't explain it properly. I see a lot of people saying they can't play the game casually anymore, and to be fair, that's to be expected. Fortnite maybe could bring a workaround about that, but you know, we see in solos now compared back in the day, it is just filled with sweats. Like, it's really hard to play the game casually anymore, and that is the big issue. So yeah, I think everybody is just ready for the brand new season of Chapter 2 Season 2. Hopefully, you know, they've had 4 months to prepare this season. Let's hope something big's coming, guys. Maybe to give themselves more time to give us an amazing Season 2. Let's just pray to God next season is interesting, because I'm not hating, but I think next season is seriously the deciding factor for Fortnite's future. You know, a lot of new games are going to be coming out this year. We've seen Escape from Tarkov, but either way, I love Fortnite a bit. I will always enjoy it and appreciate what they've done for thousands of creators and everybody who plays the game. They bring us this enjoyment and excitement every day. But either way, thanks a lot for watching, everyone. Let me know in the comments right now, what overall would you rate this season out of 10? 1 out of 10 being a terrible season, 10 out of 10 being a great season, and let me know why next to it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video. Feel free to follow me on Twitch as well, twitch.tv/Merl. I might be live later on, so come on over, say hello, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.